If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? Tim here. Welcome back to a brand new play review. We're going to start to get on to some of the big boys now. Eden Hazard up first. I have Marco Reus in the pipeline, Anthony Martial as well. And of course, the Road to Glory will return for those who are interested. So 88 rated with a Hunter, 4-star, 4-star. We've got high attacking work rate, medium defensive. Wasn't he downgraded from last year? Wasn't he? Was he 89 or 90 last year? I feel like he was downgraded. Whether that's justifiable or not, I don't know, because he's been injured for the majority of the season last year. We're talking about FIFA, though. He's currently coming in at around 130, 140,000 coins. Actually peaked at around 150k on PC this morning, but I think he's starting to come down a little bit now. With rewards tomorrow as well, you would assume that prices will start to drop slightly, but then the weekend league kicks in again, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. Is Eden Hazard a player you can rely on for your team? And of course, I know a lot of you are not going to have 140, 50,000 coins to be able to splurge on someone like Eden Hazard. But for those who are maybe looking toward the near future and perhaps are going to choose untradeable rewards from tomorrow's set, and you may end up picking up Hazard, and you're thinking to yourself, well, if I do pick him up, will I be able to put him in my team? Is he going to be better than my current left wing, whoever that may be? 91 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. Good start. The sprint speed is a touch on the lower side, and of course with pace not being more important than it ever has been before, but pace is something that you can really utilize depending on what defenders your opponent is using and of course how high the line is. So I've talked about it before and I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I think you can defend this year with players with 50-60 pace, and the reason I say that is because if you're good at defending and you're aware and you don't play your back line on the halfway line, you should be able to counter pace just by being a good defender. And this year I'm using Felipe of Atletico Madrid and I'm using Thiago Silva, neither of which have a lot of pace. I don't concede that many goals. I'm in Division 2. I'm not saying I'm the best at the game, but I'm just saying that even though Eden Hazard is very pacey, doesn't necessarily mean, right, well, let's get him in this, stick a Hunter on him and bang, he's going to break the back line every single time, because he won't if you're playing against someone who knows how to defend. With a Hunter, though, you improve that finishing, get it up into the 90s, and you get yourself the agility, the balance. I mean, to be fair, you don't boost that, but you've already got the agility, you've already got the balance, the dribbling, the ball control, the composure, everything is fantastic on this card. Short passing is good as well, actually. 85 short passing, 86 vision, decent stamina at 82. The only real downside to this card, really, is long shots at 78, although I don't tend to take that many. And then, of course, the strength, but I wouldn't really expect strength to be Eden Hazard's strong point. You know, like, he's never really been strong, and he's not something you'd think of when you think of Eden Hazard, so I'm not really that worried about it. A lot of clips to show you of Eden Hazard, because I played a lot in, I think most of it is going to be co-op. There may be some, I don't know if there are any individual clips of him, as in like me playing by myself sort of thing. I think it's mostly co-op. Co-op Rivals is so much more fun than individual, and going forward with regards to Foot Champs, of course, you're going to have to play the 20-30 games you decide to play in Foot Champs by yourself, so why not mix it up a little bit and go into co-op on Rivals, because it's a little bit more fun, a lot more fun. You don't have to worry too much. And with regards to the whole, you know, skill-based matchmaking system that EA have got going on right now, the only real sort of, it doesn't even feel competitive actually when you play co-op. I mean, it is, but it's not at the same time, because it's a lot more fun, so you don't necessarily worry too much about, or when you concede, it doesn't feel as bad as when you concede when you're by yourself. I don't really know why that is, but it is the case. Is Hazard any good? I mean, so far from the clips, you've seen him assist a couple of times, you've seen him score a few. I really like him, and I think he's probably better this year than any other FIFA. Not because he necessarily fits the meta. I mean, he does, in a sense. I mean, I don't really know what the meta is this year, but he does fit the game very, very well. But I just think that his positioning is some of the best around his dribbling, his ball control, his awareness. I mean, that ball to the back post there for Gelson Martins to put that in the back of the net. Yes, there are a couple of penalties, but you know, obviously anyone can score a penalty. Not me, though. I'm not very good at penalties. I would say that's why I don't take them. It would be really nice in co-op if you could select who is on free kick duty, who is on penalty duty. We did think that it was down to whoever wins the penalty or the free kick. It was just so happens that was a happy accident for a while. Hazard gets in there, very, very lucky to get himself onto the end of that ball. But that's the positioning coming through as well. He's just in the right place at the right time. Plays the ball off, gets it through again. Here goes Gelson. No, it's Ndidi actually. Gelson Martins plays him through. Ndidi in on goal. If you haven't seen that review, by the way, go check it out. Ndidi, not necessarily known for his goal scoring prowess, but that was a great finish. I am really, I wouldn't say I'm like considering changing my entire team to fit Hazard in it, because Hazard isn't on the account that I play. This is on, basically, I have access to 2 accounts, right? So my main account is the one I use for most things, including the Road to Glory. And then I have this other account, which isn't actually my account, but I can use it whenever I want, sort of thing, right? So this is obviously the 2 accounts you're seeing here in co-op. And Hazard is on the other account, where obviously it's not my account, so I wouldn't really... So I've been thinking maybe I should try and look to get him on my playing account, if you will. And he wouldn't really fit into the team, although I would recommend him to anyone who's looking to bring in a left-sided player. We were playing 4-1-2-1-2, and he was a striker in that team. When we switched into a 4-3-2-1, he would play as the left forward or the left wing, but he would play a little bit more centrally. He can do whatever you ask him to do. He can play as a striker, he could be a cam, he'd be actually be a very good cam, or you can use him as a winger. His close ball control, absolutely fantastic. If you know how to use that R1 dribble or RB or whatever platform you use, don't know what it is on PC, probably F6 or something. But if you do use that R1 dribbling system, you are going to be just blown away by how good this guy is on the ball. His finishing, of course, crisp and clean. His passing is good. Don't really need to improve it. With the Hunter, the pace increase is fantastic. He does really feel fast. As you can see here, right at the end of the clips, giving him a very high rating. The reason it's not higher than that, there are a couple of issues. Of course, he can't shoot from distance. Sometimes his reactions do, I wouldn't say let him down, but he's just maybe not as quick to react to certain situations as I'd like him to be. I mean, you know, it's 1 times out of 10. It's not something that I would be too concerned about, but I mean, that's what's going to set him and the likes of Messi, Ronaldo apart. You know, he's not going to be as good as them, but he can compete. I'm a big fan. Any chem style you decide to use, depending on which position you want to play him in. Hunter for me, because I wanted him to be a little bit quicker and better in front of goal. Deadeye if you want to improve that passing. Of course, the Hawk as well if you need to boost that strength for any reason. But all in all, I really do like him. If you play him as a 4-3-3, you do, I mean, realistically, you should be looking to improve that crossing somewhat. I mean, Deadeye doesn't do it, unfortunately. Maestro doesn't do it either. What does do it? Engine, you get a little pace boost, and of course you get 10 crossing, maybe something like that if you do decide to play him wide left. If you have enjoyed this play review, though, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for you, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.